is Cynthia Sue Larson with RealityShifters.com. I'm also the author of the best-selling book Quantum Jumps: An Extraordinary Science of Happiness and Prosperity. Today, I'd love to talk with you about the top 5 myths related to quantum jumps and quantum jumping, and why I see them as myths and what the truth is in my opinion. So the first myth that I hear about quite a bit is that quantum phenomena only occur in the quantum realm. In other words, the term quantum jumps has been misappropriated because it is now being used by me and some other people to refer to macroscopic changes of things appearing, disappearing, transforming, transporting, all these reality shifts that I've been talking about since the late 1990s, and other people before me have brought them up as well. And so this idea of quantum jumps, what did it originally mean? I like to refer to a passage in the New York Times from 1986, which was headlining the article, "Physicists Finally Get to See Quantum Jump with Own Eyes." Now this really is a quantum jump at the quantum level being witnessed by a macroscopic person. And so this was a quote by Dr. Warren Nagurny of the University of Washington. He's describing that palpable excitement he felt when he was able to be part of the teams of physicists who first witnessed these quantum particles making quantum jumps. He said, "You have to hold yourself steady and look for minutes at a time, and then you'll see a switch. You'll see the trapped ion blinking on and off, and each blink is a quantum jump. It's a striking illustration that things occur discontinuously in nature." Now, since that quote was made in 1986, Nature magazine has proclaimed that quantum biology is now here. And so there are going to be more and more of these types of misappropriations of the term quantum jumps, because these discontinuities actually are all around us in nature all the time. These are the kind of things I've been reporting on for actually a number of years. So anything that could fall into the category of spontaneous remission of disease or injury, things including synchronicities, coincidence, and the placebo effect. You're going to see a lot more research in these areas, as well as quantum biology. And in fact, including quantum astronomy and the theory of everything, because there are physicists, which I'll be getting into in just a minute, that are proposing that the many worlds is the multiverse, that they are one and the same. Myth number 2, the multiverse can't be proven. So this is the idea that it's that theory, which quantum jumps depends on, that there are these other possibilities, these other realities. And fortunately for all of us, there is now a way to test mathematically the hypothesis of the multiverse. And this right now is being tested at the Perimeter Institute by Matthew Johnson. And a lot of other physicists are aware that you can also use mathematical modeling to see what would it look like in our universe, in this expanding multiverse, if bubble universes collided together. What kind of effects would we be looking for? And so this is one of many ways that this can actually be falsified as a theory, therefore making it science. Number 3, quantum jumps encourage unethical identity theft. Now this is something, you might laugh at it, but I've actually heard people concerned about that. Like, what about the ethics of tampering with all these possible realities out there? This is almost like talking about what are the ethics of affecting your own imagination and the possibilities that you're always considering. Do you restrict the kinds of things that your imagination goes out and enjoys to experience? Maybe you do. I certainly do, actually. But in terms of what are the impacts and what's the ethicality of it, this really gets into the idea that the possibilities that are so-called out there exist only as possibilities up until you decide, I am experiencing this. You, the consciousness, not you, the physical body. So it really changes the idea of what is identity. And so quantum jumps, because of that challenge to how we conceive identity, I guess maybe that's the actual theft, which is a bigger one in terms of realizing all of this belongs to you, the world, the earth, that in a very real sense, you are the center of things. There is an ethics to that, which I definitely recommend and I ask everybody that reads my books to ask how good can it get for all concerned. And so the ethics, to me, are an integral part of this, which I discuss in great detail in my book, Reality Shifts, When Consciousness Changes the Physical World. Number 4, you might get trapped in an alternate universe. Now, this is a possible thing that could happen, of course, in the sense that you could get trapped in time, you could get trapped in space. While these things might be possible, I would consider them highly improbable. The way that I describe quantum jumps in my book, Quantum Jumps, and in my website, Reality Shifters, is that usually people move through realities like frames in a movie. Very often, you don't even notice that you've necessarily had a quantum jump unless you notice that there are things that are a little different than they used to be, and that there's no possible explanation other than the fact that this may be a reality shift or a quantum jump. Number 5, if you see no results instantly, quantum jumps don't work. Okay, this sounds ludicrous on the face of it, because you know that with any kind of a profession, such as becoming a top chef in the world, a top musician, and if you're performing, for example, with the London Symphony Orchestra, you don't expect to instantly be so good that you'd be picked as first violin with the London Symphony Orchestra after practicing for a week or two. So quantum jumping actually is an internal art that can require a number of years of dedication to become good at just through meditation alone. So until next time, this is Cynthia Sue Larson. I'm with RealityShifters.com, inviting you to keep asking how good can it get. Thanks.